Hello there. This is third one of what I'm calling my Saturday night stories. This isn't anything fictional or even it's something I wrote back in 2010. Sort of the idea is it is how I approached at that time who I thought my mentors were, and it might have actually have been for a writing class. I can't remember exactly, um, but of course, since it was in 2010, it's been a while, and so it has changed somewhat. But I'm just going to read it as I wrote it back then, um, uh, and as I've posted it on my WordPress, without changing anything about it or anything like that. So, without any further ado, let's get into this. So, this is called Mentors. Who were my mentors? Well, growing up in Forestburg, Alberta, that's here in Canada, I didn't feel that I had very much in the way of encouragement from the educational system. It was a different age with different rules. Most of the encouragement that I received came from those at home. I did enjoy creating art when I was younger, however. Art class during elementary school was one of my favorite times of the day. On the other hand, music class wasn't as much fun since I was naturally shy and I had a tinny voice. My art teacher, Mr. Jacobson, was a good teacher, but I cannot really consider him a true mentor for me. It was too long ago, and I never became a serious artist. My high school English teacher, Mrs. Machon, was more of a mentor to me, although she never knew this since I spent most of my time being angry at everything around me. She encouraged her students to write and to learn. Her class exposed me to Shakespeare as an art form, and I have remained enamored with the Bard's work ever since. She was a great teacher, even though she was really, really strict. My high school social studies teacher, Mr. Young, was my favorite teacher, however, and definitely one of my early mentors. His class was always enjoyable, although the class suffered from having to use textbooks that were way, way out of date. I would say, however, that the most of my true mentors came from the pages of comics and fantasy fiction novels. Stan Lee and the other masters of Marvel comics, as well as the DC comic book gurus. Richard A. Knack, whose Dragonlance novels pulled me into the fantastical worlds of dragons and knights. With Dragonlance, the game designers behind the second edition of Dungeons and Dragons, and later on other role-playing game designers, both old and new, such as Ed Greenwood, Mont Cook, Dave Arneson, Dave Zeb Cook, Jeff Grubb, Gary Gygax, James Wyatt, and Eric Mona, just to name a few. Even the characters that these people created became my pseudo-mentors. Spider-Man, Batman, Huma, Kaz the Minotaur, Elminster, and Mordenkainen. Finally, one of my greatest inspirations from the real world is the great Canadian wildlife artist Robert Bateman. From the first time I saw his artwork, I became a fan of his work for life. I've never met Mr. Bateman, and I can't remember whether he's passed away or not now. But I can truly call him a mentor of my creative life. And there you have it. That is what I wrote back in 2010 on the idea of my mentors. Um, I might need to redo it somewhat. I don't know. You can let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. Bye.